This is the Mistress Carrie Situation Report for April 15th, 2026. More than 20 years after they became eligible for induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Iron Maiden has responded to the announcement that they are part of the class of 2026. The band's manager said, "We'd like to thank the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for including us and former members who were all part of our story in the 2026 roll call of inductees. Iron Maiden have always been about our relationships with our fans above anything else, including awards and industry accolades. However, having said that, it's always nice to be recognized and honored for achievements within the music industry too. It also seems appropriate that the band be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this year as we continue our 50th anniversary celebrations with our Run for Your Lives World Tour, visiting the Americas and beyond. We'd also like to congratulate our fellow 2026 inductees and extend our gratitude as ever to our fans for their loyalty, perseverance, and support over 50 years now. See you all somewhere on tour." Liam Gallagher from Oasis, who is also part of this year's induction class, is celebrating the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame on social media, saying, quote, "I want to thank all the people who voted for us. It's a real honor. Ever since I was a little kid and singing in the shower, I dreamt about one day being in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It's true what they say, anything is possible if you have a dream." In the comments section, a fan said, "What happened to not wanting to be in it?" In response, Liam Gallagher wrote, "Well, when I was speaking to my mommy last night, when the news broke and she thinks that I may have been a bit hasty with my perception of the organization. She's told me to stop being a dick and go to the awards and behave, and you never know, you might enjoy it." He also joked, quote, "Reverse psychology vibes in the area, Oasis Rock and Roll Hall of Famers. And Billy Idol responding to him being chosen for induction, saying, quote, "My manager told me a few days ago. I didn't really think it was affecting me much until I told Steve Stevens verbally on the phone, and I got quite emotional. It just goes to show you I do care about the honor. It's incredible. It's fantastic to get recognized by your peers in the music world." Longtime songwriting partner and guitarist Steve Stevens will get inducted alongside Billy Idol. Polestar magazine has Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons discussing the upcoming Avatar-based Kiss show, tentatively scheduled to launch in Las Vegas in 2028. The as-yet unnamed Kiss experience will be the first major entry into the U.S. market for Pop House Entertainment, the Sweden-based music investment firm co-founded by members of ABBA. Kiss's deal with Pop House is reportedly worth over $300 million, with the company acquiring the band's song catalog, name, image, and likeness rights, including their iconic face paint designs and their artist's share of master recordings and publishing rights. New Kiss music is expected to be included into the Avatar show, Paul Stanley saying the experience will begin as soon as you walk through the door. Tesla have announced they'll release their new album, Homage, on July 17th. The album marks a full circle moment for their career, the band returning to their roots with a collection of covers honoring some of rock's most timeless hits. The band saying Homage, quote, "not only pays tribute to legends, but gives us a chance to showcase our lead singer's diversity, as well as the musical dynamics that we learned as a band many years ago." Soon-to-be Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee Steve Harris from Iron Maiden commenting about the upcoming Iron Maiden documentary, Iron Maiden Burning Ambition, that's hitting theaters for a limited time beginning on May 7th, saying we cooperated with it and we did interviews for it and all of that stuff and did what they wanted us to do. But if we had done it, I think we would have done it in a slightly different way. I'll say no more. But I think the end result is, well, I'll say no more because it preempts whatever. I think people should go and see it and see what they think. The movie covers the overall history of the band. Steve Harris saying it's historical stuff. There's a lot of historical stuff for the first hour, probably, I suppose. So yeah, people have got to watch it and make up their own minds, really. Coed and Cambria have announced the inaugural Never Ender Festival, a 2-day event set for October 3rd and 4th at the Observatory Festival grounds in Santa Ana, California. featuring newly reunited Circa Survive as the co-headliner. Pre-sale tickets for the festival begin today. Public on-sale begins on Friday at 10 a.m. local time via Ticketmaster. Craft Recordings is celebrating the 25th anniversary of Drowning Pool's platinum-selling debut album Sinner with a limited edition vinyl reissue and expanded digital release. The 2001 album, the band's only record to feature original frontman Dave Williams, includes Tear Away, Sinner, and Bodies, and the new version is set to arrive on June 5th. Bruce Springsteen, John Bon Jovi, Kenny Chesney, and more lead the two-night Music America All-Star Concert Celebration happening at the Bruce Springsteen Center for American Music at Monmouth University, called Music America: The Songs That Shaped Us. Among artists scheduled to perform over the two nights, John Bon Jovi, Jackson Browne, Roseanne Cash, Kenny Chesney, Gary Clark Jr., Dion, the Dropkick Murphys, Keb Mo, Niles Lofgren, Public Enemy, Bruce Springsteen, Sister Sadie, Mavis Staples, Trombone Shorty, and the New Breed Brass Band, Steven Van Zandt, Jimmy Vaughn, and more. The concerts are a continuation of the Springsteen Center's celebration of America's semi-quincentennial, which began in 2024 with the launch of the traveling exhibition. And the nominations have been announced for the 2026 American Music Awards. This year's winners will be handed out in a ceremony set to be held Monday, May 25th at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas. Fan voting is already underway at votevmas.com. This year's nominations include Best Rock Alternative Artist for Deftones, Linkin Park, The Marias, Sleep Token, and 21 Pilots. Best Rock Alternative Song goes to Noah Kahan, Linkin Park, Somber, Sublime, and Tame Impala. Best Rock Alternative Album nominations went to Sleep Token, Somber, Tame Impala, 21 Pilots, and Zach Bryan. And Sleep Token also received a nomination for the Breakout Tour of 2025. And that's your sit rep. For more details on all of the stories, check the links in the show notes of this episode. And don't forget to like, follow, share, comment, and subscribe to the Mistress Carrie Podcast. New full-length episodes come out every Wednesday. Episode 306, featuring Magnolia Park, is available now.